Here we are again. In our previous video about recordings exposing Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, I asked you if you thought that they had more evidence that could be released. And we got our answer. At a court hearing in London, some text messages from Johnny to his friend were presented, and now the whole situation doesn't look great for him. Will this new information be in favor of Amber? Does this mean Johnny was the abuser? Stay with me to find out what the texts from Johnny Depp say and if they will affect him negatively. Before we start, remember to subscribe to Curiosips and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any juicy news. Now let's begin. The abuse case between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard has been going on for 4 years. Every once in a while, either Amber or Johnny drops some new facts, but every time we think we may be closer to the truth, someone releases contradicting information and it starts all over again. A few weeks ago, the Daily Mail released a 2-hour-long recording of a conversation between Depp and Heard, in which Amber admitted to hitting her ex-husband. And now we have some new revelations. Right now, Johnny is involved in 2 simultaneous lawsuits, one in London, the other one in Fairfax County, Virginia. The U.S. case is against Amber Heard, who published an article in the Washington Post that mentioned alleged abuse that she experienced. It didn't include any names, but everyone figured out that she was indirectly talking about Johnny. The case in the U.K. is a libel suit against The Sun. Depp sued the parent company of the newspaper over an article from 2018 which alleged that he abused his now ex-wife Amber Heard while they were married. So it was during the hearing at the High Court in London when the new evidence was revealed. And the funny thing is that it was shared by Depp's former legal team by accident. Before we get into this new controversial evidence, let's have a throwback to how it all went down. Just a heads up, the whole timeline is messy. So Amber Heard and Johnny Depp got married on February 3, 2015, in a private ceremony at their house in LA 4 years after they met on the set of The Rum Diaries. After 15 months, Amber filed for divorce, justifying it with irreconcilable differences. 4 days later, she filed a domestic violence restraining order against the actor for physical abuse, including the famous incident when Johnny allegedly threw a cell phone at her. What's more, photos of Amber with bruises on her face surfaced, and she claimed that Johnny had verbally and physically abused her. Even though Depp had always denied the accusations, the couple ended up divorcing in August 2016, under a confidentiality agreement for which she received $7 million. In that document, the couple agreed not to speak publicly about their relationship or about their divorce. But Amber violated the agreement because in December 2018, she wrote for the Washington Post and detailed her experience as an alleged victim of domestic violence. At the beginning of last year, Depp's side took action and released new accusations. Despite not being named in the Washington Post article, in March 2019, Johnny filed a $50 million defamation suit that said that the piece insinuated that he was the abuser. The actor contradicted the accusations his wife made and said that he was the victim of her violence. So it turned out that all the accusations that Amber had made against Johnny might have been false, and it was kind of ironic because Heard was an ambassador for women's rights and an outspoken domestic violence advocate. A month later, Amber released a document that listed down more than a dozen instances of abuse in their relationship. In the document that was over 300 pages long, she called Johnny a monster and attached photos of herself with bruises and pictures of wrecked rooms or broken glass. But in May 2019, Johnny denied Heard's claims. He declared that in 2015, just a month after the wedding, while he and Amber were in Australia, his now ex-wife threw a glass bottle at him during an argument over a post-nup. The bottle hit the kitchen counter and shattered where the actor put his hand, and it ripped off the tip of his finger. Amber stuck to the version that it was Johnny who injured himself while he was heavily intoxicated. But supposedly, the bottle incident wasn't the only form of abuse from Amber's side. Johnny said that the abuse incidents took place on multiple occasions and with various weapons. Apparently, Amber even put a cigarette out on the actor's cheek and threw random things at him. Because of that, he had to undergo multiple surgeries, and apparently he almost died after contracting MRSA 3 times. What's more, and is kinda suspicious, is that Amber had only one witness, who was of rather questionable reputation. By the way, Johnny Depp had at least a dozen of them. One of those was one of his housekeepers, who allegedly witnessed the incidents that happened during their short but turbulent marriage. But other celebrities are also involved in the situation. According to Johnny, Amber got into a relationship with Elon Musk just 1 month after they got married. What? Johnny claims that Musk paid Amber many late-night visits at his and Amber's apartment, and his legal team said that they had witnesses from the building's security team who testified that they saw Musk leaving the building in the morning. Besides Elon Musk, James Franco was also called in as a witness because there's footage of him entering an elevator with Amber the day after she reportedly had a fight with Depp. Amber's attorney team claimed that the video was irrelevant, but by the end of January 2020, Franco issued a legal letter asking that his testimony and any answers he gives about the case are kept private and that the information he gives during the questioning is protected. A few weeks ago, new evidence was released that indicated that Johnny may have been the victim and was wrongfully branded an abuser, which also damaged his reputation. The Daily Mail shared audio recordings from 2015, including Amber Heard and Johnny Depp discussing an incident that got physical. On the recording, the actress opened up about her violent tantrums as the couple tried to talk through their marriage problems, and they both actually admitted to taking actions in anger. Amber even admitted that she hit her ex-husband and threw pots, pans, and vases at him. The couple discussed the degree to which Amber injured Depp, and at one point she tried to downplay her outburst from the previous evening, saying that she hit him but she didn't punch him. She said, "I was hitting you, it was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched. I don't know what the actual motion of my hand was, but you're fine." They also talked about one of the witnesses, the manager of the building, Travis. Johnny said that during one of their arguments, he texted the guy to come to their house because he was afraid the fight would escalate. But Amber didn't tell Travis that she'd just punched Johnny in the face and lied. The recording ended with the couple coming to an agreement and wanting to fix their relationship. Johnny told Amber that he loved her and wanted her to be his wife, and he wanted to be a good husband, while she said that she knew they could be so good. But months later, Amber filed for divorce. So we finally gotten to the part with the new evidence, and if you're still here, congratulations. Previously unseen text messages from 2013, allegedly sent by Depp to his actor friend, were read out during Depp's libel action against The Sun over the article from 2018 it published and claimed that Johnny assaulted Amber. And it doesn't look good for the actor because the message included death threats against Amber. The thing is that it was Depp's previous attorney team that accidentally shared an archive of 70,000 messages with the Sun lawyers. That's one massive fail. But do you think it was really accidental? Or maybe they knew something, possibly the truth, and just tried to quietly release the evidence? What did the controversial messages say? Well, in November 2013, Depp apparently sent a text to the actor Paul Bettany that said, "Let's burn Amber." That same day, he allegedly also texted Bettany that they should drown her before they burn her. And the next part is pretty disgusting, so all I'll tell you is that it involves something called necrophilia. The court also read texts Depp sent to the same friend in May 2014, which said that he's going to properly stop drinking. In the same message, he admitted that he drank all night before he picked up Amber to fly to LA. The text read, "No food for days, powders, half a bottle of whiskey, 1,000 Red Bull and vodkas, pills, 2 bottles of champers on plane." One of Depp's lawyers said that the case would feature completely different versions of events from Depp and Heard, and clearly one side is lying, and obviously the actor's lawyers say that it's Amber because their client is 100% clear about that, and it was Heard who was the aggressor in the relationship. Johnny's other attorney said that, inconveniently for The Sun, the actor actually also said in his text that he apparently was too crazy to spray his rage at the one he loved. So he just loved Amber too much to get angry at her. The person who represents The Sun in court said that Johnny Depp's texts from May 2014 referred to an apparent altercation with Amber Heard that took place on a plane. Depp was accused of screaming obscenities on the flight as he slapped Amber in the face, kicked her in the back, and threw a boot at her before allegedly passing out in the plane toilet. This all took place on a private jet from Boston to Los Angeles. And in the documents filed for the U.S. court, Amber stated that on the flight, Johnny asked the flight attendants to give him an oxygen tank and started drinking. It's all because he was upset that Amber was filming a movie with a romantic scene with James Franco the day before. At some point, he abused Amber in the ways I've just mentioned, and then he went to the plane bathroom, passed out, and that's where he stayed for the rest of the flight. He later apologized in a text message saying he would never do it again. In the court filings, Amber also revealed that a month after their wedding, Johnny was on drugs for like 3 days, and one morning he got really violent. It involved broken glass from a glass door and bottles, and Amber ended up with cuts all over her body and Johnny had to be hospitalized. Maybe that's how the tip of his finger got ripped off? So right now, it's word against word and one piece of evidence against another. I would ask again if you thought that there's more shocking allegations and evidence that could be released. But the hearing in the US court is planned for the end of March, so we will definitely hear something again. Do you think this battle will ever end? Who do you think is the abuser and who's the victim in this whole thing? Let's talk about it in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with Curiosips. Remember to leave a thumbs up on this video and share it with your friends. Until next time.